I just hit that, and then it's almost like if you use your instrument, it will use you kind of in a way. And you know, sometimes I
Like
feel
a sword.
that. Yeah. What about Demetrius Johnson was talking about to beat DDP, you would need to brush up on your ground game.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some. I got a little some.
Do you prefer to fight guys where it's more like, because some people like to fight up top, like Poirier's like that. He likes to, and it's fun to watch him there, you know? And some of the fights where it's on the ground, honestly, respect 100%, but they can be a little less exciting.
Yeah, especially for the fans, because they've been there since 5 hours, 6 hours drinking, and they're just like, oh, stand in the mud, ref. I enjoy grappling. I love it. But no one's been able to keep me in that position. That's the thing. In how many UFC fights, and people think, oh, he's about to get exposed in this fight. It's like, actually, only person would know, Jan, but he didn't do anything. He just used his weight, didn't try and finish me. He didn't really try and beat me up to the last 8 seconds. But yeah, he just wanted to win the round, so he kept me there and used his weight. And I wasn't really used to that at the time. So
it's a good point. Yeah, Costa couldn't catch. Yeah, a lot of the guys, they can't catch you, so you can't say, hey, this guy doesn't like to go to the ground. It's like, well, if you can't get him to the ground, he shouldn't lay down there and meet a guy down there.
What am I gonna do? Butt scoop and be like, come on, buddy, I'm gonna get you. Nah, I'm great on the feet, so I like to keep the fight standing. But I do enjoy the clinch. I enjoy the ground as well. But in the gym, it's different than in a fight, and I'm getting more comfortable on the ground in the gym, which makes me even better in the fight. But yeah, just no one's been able to take me and keep me there to see anything.
Yeah, that shouldn't be that's not a fault of yours. It's interesting because sometimes you'll just hear a lead. Yeah. You'll hear a lead and you'll be like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, fake news. It happens all the time. They just throw something out there, hope it sticks, and everyone latches onto it, and then that can just be clicks.
Oh, yeah.
Clicks, views, attention. That turns to money for them.
Is that the same in New Zealand, you feel like?
Yeah, everywhere, worldwide. Now everyone got these, so everyone just thinks people just run up on you, start filming. Someone tried to get randomly. I was about to go fishing, so I was putting up the skis, and then a guy waiting there and watching me. I was like, "You want to take a pic? Okay, let's step away from the gas pump." Because it says no phone. Took a pic. And he goes, oh, hold on. No. So, what? I was like, what are you doing? Like a random pop-up interview.
Yeah.
You think you're at TMZ?
I wonder what made, in our society, I guess we just see that more because you see younger people do it without even thinking that it's weird.
Entitlement.
Yeah.
It's entitlement. And I've had people even say, oh, but you're famous. I'm like, no, I'm a human being. No.
Yeah.
Just because. Look, I've always said this, fuck fame, but I like the perks. If I had known what fame would have brought, I would have just rather been rich. I only wanted to get famous so I could be rich, so I can have money, so I can do whatever I want to whenever I want to, if I live right now. So, but the fame was not what I expected, and I'm grateful for it, but at the same time, I had to learn how to adapt to the new kind of fame when it came.
Oh, it's heartbreaking, some of it.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't want to hear that. I know it's like people don't want to hear that. A part of you disappears that you didn't even realize was about to leave, and I didn't even get to write everything down that I knew about that. And that's the shit that makes me kind of bummed. I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like self-pity or anything, but there's
be vulnerable.
Yeah, there's a cost to everything,
Yeah.
you know. And there's a part of me. It's like, man, I don't even. I wish I remembered a little bit more what I was like because I really liked myself then, and then now it's like a different self. You almost have to learn about a new self.
Yeah, you have to make peace with your new life.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah, make peace with your new life. This is it now. This is my life now. I think I did that about 2 years ago because, okay, I used to love grocery shopping. I'd have my headphones in, and I'd just be just listen to a podcast or the music and
maybe.
Yeah, sliding around in the cart. That was fun. I don't do that anymore, because the grocery store, you just get every step. And then it becomes a meet and greet. Boundaries. I've had that before where people just around me, and my boy Matt was like, bro, you're just like a toy that passes around. Because people were just like, oh, my turn. And some of them wouldn't even know anything about fighting.
That's the worst.
And then they just
Who are you? My husband said something.
Oh my God. The worst is when, especially when bitches trying who are you? I'm like, it's all good, don't worry about it. No, but
that's
who are you? And I'm like, baby, who are you? I don't know who you are either. it's mutual.
They do it on purpose to lower you.
But they think it does, but I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's like, who are you? Who are you? I'm like, well, who are you? And the thing, I actually enjoy meeting people for the first time because it's rare for me these days. So when I meet someone and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. That's okay. I'm Israel. What's your name? Oh, nice to meet you. And I can actually meet them without them having a preconceived notion of who they think I am from TV or YouTube or anything like that. They can actually meet me face value. Right.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that. What people think, because of how they would be if they were in my position, they think I'm gonna be like everybody. No matter where I go, I still introduce myself. Yeah. Because it's just rude if you don't. Like,
It's weird when people don't. But no, I agree. One of the things that I miss, I used to love meeting people. It was one of my favorite things to do because it was like it was almost like a brand new show. You got a new chance to feel a certain way with somebody. You could brighten their day. You could do it. You could have anything. The world was all the options were there.
Yeah.
And then the fact that that's not the case sometimes now, it's a blessing. I'm not saying that, but it is a bummer sometimes
It is,
because I miss that thing like. Oh, here's a new like space I get to play in. You can make things up. It was just fun.
I love that. Like I said, new people or new countries. Whenever I go there, like I was just in Switzerland, and I met a couple of new people, but I was there for some work. And yeah, new culture, new food. Even the weather was Medieval. I love it. I'm experiencing what it's like to be in Switzerland. It's cold, and I saw the sun. Out of 3 days, I saw the sun once. You know, and the guy who even brought me there was like, yeah, last time I saw the sun was like 2 weeks ago. You know, it's different out there, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the vibe and just meeting new people. It's like this world's too big. Man. You know, we can't all just be in our own little bubble.
Yeah, it's so important to get out, man. Even coming here was interesting. Coming to New Zealand.
First time?
Yeah. Seeing what it's like.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was gonna be like.
Yeah.
People are like, we don't have any snakes, you know.
Yeah, we don't.
Nothing dangerous. I'm like,
Not these kinds, but there's some snakes in the streets.
oh, like you don't have a fucking ozone layer either. I'm
Bro,
like, fucking dude.
my guy,
Like,
I'm
how
telling
black-
you.
when you got here, how black? You were,
No,
you
I was
were
black.
lighter.
I was black.
You really?
Yeah, I swear. But
Because
thing
bro,
is,
I think I've
you're like
in
maybe
two,
light skin now, semi light skin.
in 2 days, people are gonna start calling me Nelly around here. I think.
No, but for me, I went fishing the other day. No, this is one of the other weeks. So I thought, you know what? I'm black. I'm protected by melanin.
By God.
Yeah, by God. Amen. Ordained. But yeah, for me, I don't need sunblock. But I put on my tattoos just to kind of protect them. But then my skin started peeling the next day. My shoulders, because the black jacket was on, so my shoulders were peeling. My neck, my face. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then someone told me, oh, you're sunburned. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, that's right, because in Nigeria or in the continent of Africa, we have an ozone layer. They don't have that here. So when I get hit by the sun here, it's
It's like God's not even wearing a condom out here.
act just raw.
Like, my God.
Raw dogging you. The sun
Bro,
is.
it's unbelievable. It's really crazy. You're like,
Have you been to any beaches here yet?
we're going tomorrow to maybe Waikiki.
Wahiki Island.
Wahiki Island.
Okay, yeah, you enjoy it there. There's some nice beaches there.
Yeah,
If you go
people
to the
are like,
black
you
sand
got-
ones.
People are like, you gotta get out. We just got here. People are like, you gotta leave. You gotta get out. You need to go to here. You need to... It's just like everybody wants you to leave. It's like, we just got here.
Nah, there's some fun stuff in Auckland. Auckland's fun. I like the city because
Yeah, what makes you stay here? Is it
my
like
gym. Really, definitely. My gym, 100%. I'd be fucked up by now. Like, doing stuff. I'm just gypsying, traveling around. But my gym keeps me here because they're my people. They're the ones that brought me to where I'm at. So, it's loyalty.
Yeah, it's huge. You got great guys over there. Dan
Yeah.
Hooker's there.
Yeah.
I love Dan. Is he a cool
He's the
guy?
man. He's the best. He's the best.
Bro, he seems so entertaining.
Yeah,
man.
he's an asshole, but he's the best. I love him.
Yeah. Carl France.
Yeah.
So many guys I'm sure that I don't know. I don't know a lot
Now,
about.
there's new ones coming up as well. Like Carlos is now in the UFC. Probably in the UFC. Even Tyson Pedro's training with him. Tyson will be coming tonight to see the show. Oh,
sweet.
Yeah. So I can't wait for that. I was last night. I was the show.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was kind of scary because you don't know
New
what
territory.
you can say. Yeah, and you don't know. You be telling a story and you're like, oh shit, they don't have this business I'm about to
Does it
record.
relate? Yeah.
So now you've gone 6 minutes into the story.
Yeah.
You have to give up.
Be
You're like a
that
senior
sometimes.
citizen or something.
Yeah.
you know?
I get the references sometimes. You know. You get older, so you understand.
Have you ever looked back at your buttocks? That rear carriage, baby. That wagon. Or people want other stuff. It's one of the most unique places that I've been. I wish I was going to get to travel around the country more. I'm going to come back and do it again. And
South Island next time.
that's what everybody says.
Yeah,
And
here
you're
we
like,
go.
shit, I wish I would have asked anybody.
Yeah, South Island.
But it's great though. Everybody's been super nice. Like it's interesting what people think of what life means here. It's kind of interesting.
So it's a bit more compared to maybe where you're from, laid back.
They don't take themselves as serious, you know, and I think it allows for a lot more peace probably in their own world.
Yeah.
And a lot of individuality here, and that's one thing I could see, like, because you are like a hyper individual, right? So I could see, it'd be like, oh, this makes sense. Like, this is a very.
This what it cultivated me in the sense because I was trying to fit in, but I wasn't really from here. I don't even sound like I'm from here.
Right.
Because I was influenced by TV and all that kind of stuff. But individuality here and individualism, you still get that crab in the bucket mentality. Like people will try and do that.
People don't want you being fancy here.
No.
They don't want you getting braces here.
Nah, man.
And it's kind of
You can't
it's
be
like,
that
hey,
guy,
bro,
yeah.
when you gonna be the fucking mayor, man?
They want you to be like they'll try to support you. And I think it's worldwide, but there's a weird thing with Australia and New Zealand. I can't remember what the history is where you downplay your achievement.
Yeah,
You know.
a lot of humility.
Yeah, no, but that's not real humility though.
Okay.
That's bullshit. That's like saying like you don't want to seem bigger than yourself. Like if I know I'm the man, I'm gonna say I'm the fucking man. Like I know who I am because I'm treated wherever I go. But they don't like you saying that outwardly because it's not humble. But I'm like, nah, that's being fake because I'm not really expressing how I feel. Like example, one of the national teams will win something crazy, like the World Cup or whatever. They get on a mic and it's like, oh yeah, no, we did a lot. Bro, say how you feel. Say it with your chest. Like, fucking did it. Yeah, like you know, like I want people to express. And I've said this already. There was a viral video that went when I won this Sportsman of the Year in New Zealand award, and I gave the speech, and it went viral for a while. But it wasn't gonna change the culture. But I'm just stating the fact. I was like I'm being humble is when Dan Hooker punches me in the face. That's real humility, right? Because then I have to address like, okay, I like doing that. And then Carlos kicks me in the leg. That's real humility. With me trying to be confident, with me trying to like say, be subservient to make other people feel better about themselves. Put it this way, even recently,
It's interesting. It's like you don't want to be subservient to your own spirit.
yeah.
You know,
Because I'm doing myself a disservice.
Right.
Yeah. So for me, even recently, I realized I've lived the peasant life. My last job was September 4th, 2013. The next day I moved to China. I planned for months to make that happen. I failed 3 times before it actually happened. I've lived that life. I've lived for the weekend, all that kind of stuff. But then the bigger I got, I still fell into that trap where I didn't want to seem like I was too cool, you know?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
get afraid a lot of times of being proud. It's a weird thing of almost being proud of yourself. in a
Yeah,
way.
you should be.
You don't want people to know you're proud of yourself.
Yeah, but I didn't want to seem like I'm too cool, so I still try and relate to the commoners. Like when I'm out,
Yeah, you wanna seem normal.
Yeah, and I am normal.
And you are.
But I can still walk around the street, but I know I'm the shit, but I know I ain't shit. That's like a good balance to have. It's always fluctuating. You know I'm the shit, and sometimes. So it's a good balance to have.
I think it's a good balance for anybody. It is. And yeah, you're right. I think the society here, maybe they have a different approach to some of that. But and maybe some of that needs to evolve, you know. But I think it's okay to. You're just learning about your own spirit and how do I navigate this.
No one gave me a book and being like, this is how you, now you're famous. Here's what you do. Nah, even me, sometimes I might not be in the mood. I might be having a shit day. The day my cat died, I was having a really shit day. And the guy at the gas station again was like, oh my God. Bro, hold up. Bro, Adesanya, bro, can you talk about that? I'm like, bro, my cat just died this morning. He's like, no. And I
now
felt
you feel
bad.
bad.
And I was like, give me the phone. And then I grabbed the phone and I was talking to him. I was like, nigga, I'm fucking gas. Like, fuck, go away. I was like, bro. And then I'm a bad guy for everything. That's the only story I have about me. But again, I'm comfortable with that now. People have a bad story about me. When people bring manners and respect, I reflect that back. And they get more out of me. I stick around with them and even if I'm in a rush, I still try and make people feel seen. I
Yeah.
still want to make them feel like we connected.
Yeah.
You know, just even for a brief moment, like, bro, I'm not doing photos right now. I'm in a rush, but I love you. I love you. I love you. And I just move.
Yeah.
But again, I'll try and connect with them and let them know I really appreciate you. But
I think it's the best that you can do. I really do.
I'm human.
Yeah.
I'm human. So that's all.
And it's a crazy thing that you don't learn how to be. And there's so many like nice parts about it, but there's parts about it that are like, especially nowadays with like the viralness of things, you can't ever go back, you know? And so then it's, anyway, we're gonna start to sound like a complete psychopath. We keep talking about it.
Yeah. Nah,
But it's interesting.
But the thing is, it's relatable. To you and me, it's relatable because you live this life as well. And I don't get to talk about this for most people.
That's a good point, man.
My friends, they can understand because they see it, you know, but most people don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, they'll never get it because they're not in this position.
Yeah, I've been afraid to I've been afraid sometimes to get like I have a nice home, you know. I've been afraid to like even go look sometimes at like a real like fancy home or something, or maybe they had a little bit more space or a garage where I could put 2 cars or something, you know. Like
You can only put one in your garage now?
yeah,
Really?
so I just like because I think there's a big part of me
You want to
that
be humble.
well, it's like I don't know who would I be,
Yeah.
I don't know who I am if I'm in this.
If you
I'm
have the
in a
extra
fence.
space for the car.
Yeah.
No, I think
It's like I know it's so much of my life I've been able to like manage what's going on, and it's gotten a little bit tougher for sure over the past few years. But I'm like, if I had another element, then I even know am I going to get further away from like
you'll be fine.
myself? I guess.
Knowing who you are, you'll be fine. You'll be able to handle having a nicer house. It's just things are easier, you know. But money would have changed me. If it was gonna change me, it would have changed me years ago. Talking about 4 years ago, it would have changed me. If money was gonna change me, you get to a certain point when you make so many money, and you just like it doesn't really matter because you're already. As long as I can put a full tank of gas in, I don't even check the price of gas. I just put a full tank in. That's when I know I'm good. Like I'm good. Because I remember the days when I'd be like, thank you. I remember those days. I did that. I was using $5. Appreciate that. But now I can just go, Phil, boom, I ain't gotta go inside with my car. Bang. That's when I know I'm comfortable. And as long as I can do that, I'm good. Anything else is just bonuses.
Yeah.
You know, it's just bonuses. Like I said, I would rather be rich than famous, but I do appreciate the fame because it brought me this life. So I'm grateful.
When you're a good entertainer, and that's one of the interesting things to see too. It's like it's a blessing, and it's like one of the cool things about being a good entertainer is sometimes God will even move this entertainer along so that more people can see it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I was interviewing this guy Billy Strings a couple weeks ago, this guitarist, and he grew up in Michigan, like in just like drug and like big drug culture, like people all around him dying, you know, opioids, everything. And he has a tough time with like people coming to see him and paying tickets to see him and stuff. And I was like, but dude, you don't know like the guy who's cleaning up after your show, he might be listening to your music that's making him keeping his fucking day. You know, it's like sometimes God uses all of us as like candles. I feel like that's
We're all vessels.
Yeah.
We can all be used at any moment. Any given moment. I felt
You need
that.
another water?
I'm good for now.
Okay.
Like you're a guy, you're great on the mic, so you've definitely been a vessel, you know, at times. Yeah. I think that was how I actually became a fan of you. Wasn't just your comedy. It was one clip. If you probably scroll up to our first conversation, I would have sent it to you. It was something of you being vulnerable on the mic. And I think you even got teary. And I related to what you said. And that's when I DM'd you. And I was like, oh, this guy follows me, so I followed you back. And then talk like, bro, I really appreciate you being this vulnerable. Can't remember what it was, but I felt that. I think even Bert Kreischer, same thing. He was talking to Tom and talking about his daughters and something and how he feels like he's not doing enough and whatnot. And I was just like, that shit hits me, bro. I'm a softie, man. I'm a softie. I'm like, I'm hard as fuck because look what I do for a job. But I am a softie. Like, oh, my heartstrings. Sometimes something will just hit me and I'm just like,
Oh, I see two people hug at an airport and I just start fucking.
oh, you know, yeah. It's
Or
like
somebody waiting with flowers for somebody to come. I'm like, oh. Yeah, dude.
those moments, man. Yeah.
Crying in the handicap stall. What's going on? No, it's interesting, man. Well, I don't think I started to evolve. Like, I got into recovery from drugs and alcohol like probably 6 years ago.
Really?
And that's when I started for the first time in my life. Before that, I'd been kind
Was
of
it bad?
It wasn't crazy bad, but it was getting like a
You
little
were an adult.
bit.
You were just living your life.
Yeah, but it was like I wanted to have some cocaine sometimes. So I got afraid to have a beer because I was worried I would have cocaine.
One leads to the other.
Yeah, and I never had a drinking problem, but I was just,
Yeah.
if I do have a beer, then if somebody has cocaine, I'm done.
Yeah.
you know?
Even me right now, like, so I lost my license because of the DUI.
Oh, you had a DUI?
Yeah, I know. First one. But it was a silly mistake. I had dinner, 2 cocktails. Then there was some reports. I couldn't speak about it then because it was still an ongoing court case. But there was reports coming out saying he was 2 times over the legal limit and all this. And it's no excuse. If I'm gonna go out,
Yeah.
I have people to drive for me. But this was just dinner and 2 cocktails, so I was 0.07 over the legal limit. And everyone else that they've had this and they've had their license, so they're like, "How can you go in court?" All I got was a fine, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is doing legal fine patent, so they wanted to go out and they want to parade him." But I handled it well, and shout out to the judge for being kind and thoughtful and could see this is just a silly mistake that this guy can learn from. He's doing no good on it. And this doesn't take away from that. So I'm grateful for that. But even me at the moment, I haven't learned since.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just look. I had this procedure done with stem cells.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I want to go to a couple of sites.
Yeah, keep all the negative toxins out.
Exactly, and I have one of my boys who's a chef for 13 years. He works for me like every day I eat is a culinary experience. One of the best investments I've made in the last 4 years.
Really?
I love it. Oh my god, fuck buying all that kind of shit. Like, get a chef. It's the best. If you love food and you can afford it, get a chef. Oh shit, it's the best. Every day is
quesadillas and everything.
his phrase, I can cook anything. I can cook anything. So for me, yeah, I think we're gonna have course maybe sometime 2 weeks.
Oh, they got reindeer in damn Sweden.
Yeah,
I was at a restaurant. They pull up with the fucking R deer, bro.
I lived in China. I didn't question too many things I ate there, but I ate some things.
Yeah.
I ate some. I know I've eaten donkey. I don't know if dog or cat. I can't remember. I've eaten pigeons. Eaten alligator.
Oh yeah. My buddy just got a read on some penguin meat.
Ooh, damn. Hey, what would that be like? Because it's fluffy feathers and then it's insulation and then meat. Would it be lean? They're fat. They're fat. They're blubber.
Yeah, like kind of a marbled chicken.
Yeah. It's a bird. It might be a marbled chicken, like a steak chicken. Or do you have to cook it medium rare, or do you have to cook it really good?
I don't know. I hope it's headless. The head looks too cute. That's the thing. I think their PR is so cute. You're like,
happy feet.
yeah. You're like, damn, people.
Sorry, happy feet.
Yeah, they're the damn French bulldogs of the north, you know.
Actually, yeah, they kind of look like that.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know, but I gotta email that. So when you do look at, like, so you've had some time off and stuff. When you was it like, did you want to recalibrate what you, because you've gotten to achieve your dreams, right? And there's something, yeah, like, I mean, it's unprecedented, you know, like you mastered what you set out to do. So then it's interesting because now you're a master who is who's already achieved everything you can achieve.
In the game, but there's still more that I want to do for myself.
Right, that's one. I guess I'm wondering, like, how do you start to separate those two, and what does that even, you know,
I haven't
like?
mastered the game yet. I'm still ready for the game. Even right now, we're working the game as well. I'm changing it up now because there's so much footage on people can watch. The smart coaches and they can kind of bring down. My question mark hit the spot leveling up early on. Got to, like, maybe after the Robert Whittaker fight, maybe the Romero fight. No, Costa fight. Actually, Costa avoided it, but he didn't fall. He fell for a different kick. But so from that fight, people kind of like know the question marks coming, so they're all scared of it. My jab was vicious. It still is, but I'm just being treating it up again. So it's constant evolution, constant learning every time. It's like grappling as well. I want to show it off. I do want to show it off in the cage. I did a little bit in my fight with Alex in New York. A little bit. But
You want to more.
yeah, I
So
want
you still
to.
have things you want to do.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fuck the belts and all that. It's more about highlights.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a highlight guy.
Yeah, I know. That's what's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I was wondering. I was like, does he miss some of the trash talking and just the fucking, you know, like,
When it's raw, when it's honest, yeah. Like me and Costa, it was good because I didn't like the guy. He didn't like me. And,
Terracino, is that his name? He's
So again, like he's a guy that when I fought him, and again I had a lackluster performance against him. I have the most exciting title fight. But after that fight, people were talking shit like, "Oh, this and that." Fighter, and it's weird. I see it now. They just forget. They forget. I'm like, I gave you so much class.
so quick people forget.
Yeah, but then for me, when that fight came about, I didn't like it. And he reminded me of every drop.
Oh, yeah, like,
He was very good looking. Like, good
conditioner.
yeah, oh, bro, the guy, he was talking so much shit. People in the speakers like, he won 3 rounds with Romero. He won 3 rounds with Romero. Like, I won 5 rounds with Romero. He didn't do shit. Fuck you. I can watch this. So when I fought him, I remember I was dialed in, bro. I was
I
dialed
remember
in.
watching that. We went to after the show, we went to a bar. I think we were in Indiana somewhere.
We were in the Apex at the time. Oh, not the Apex, the Fight Island. That was the Fight Island. Yeah, I took him out. I took him for a ride. I took it.
He couldn't catch you.
Nah, he didn't touch me once, apart from in the legs. I did.
Seeing that.
Yeah, he's improved 100%.
Well, it's also in some cultures it's more.
It's dominance.
It's just more appropriate. Too.
Yeah, but I mean, like for me, I just felt like I needed to do it in that position. So
Yeah, in Brazil, they just like 2 guys.
yeah,
Or just
high
dance.
five.
Yeah. Oh, so we'll have some high fives at the last night.
Look at the technique. Yeah. It was good. It was a good time. I enjoyed it.
What,
No
did you think,
regrets.
what did you think of his fight with Whitaker? Good fight.
I liked it. I liked his jab in that fight.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he came back in the first round when you're walking with the wheel. Did not expect that. Again, at the end of the round, so he got saved by the bell. Came back and Whitaker just outgutsed him. I thought it was close. I thought maybe Costa might have won. I thought he might have won. But then when they gave it to Whitaker, I was like, okay, well, it wasn't a robbery, but I thought Costa probably had it. Yeah, he was good. He was good in that fight. He wasn't the same after this. Everyone keeps saying.
Really? You think that?
I don't think after that fight, he wasn't the same. He had run. He had this. I'll tell you this. You look at the fight, look at the first round, the way he looked at me, and you look at the second round, and you see his face, the demeanor change.
It's like we're in a video game, but the controller's different.
Yeah, bad dream for him. Bad dream for him. So it's like, yeah, I like that moment, man. Well, yeah, I like the guy. He's funny. I think he's an entertainer. He's
I
good on
agree.
Twitter. He's got his secret juice and all that.
It's fun. There's so many. That's one thing I was wondering. Do you miss sometimes, just in the past year being off or so? Like, do you miss some of the entertainment? Like, because there's been a lot of great, like the trash talk and everything's that kind of like, you know, like Strickland's so ridiculous. Like him and MGK are arguing. Like that shit is.
Why?
It's hilarious though. Like, do you laugh at some of it? Like it's just.
I didn't really pay attention. I was like, oh, Strickland. Put him in public. It's a different story.
Yeah, he's always got something to say. Is that a fight that you feel like you're gonna go? Like,
Oh, 100%.
yeah.
100%. Come on, man.
I don't know. I don't know what like if guys get like
That's it.
I care about going and revisiting that, not because of the fight, but just because you care or not.
So for me, when Pereira beat me the first time, I went to Brazil, he knocked me out. And I didn't chase it. I was like, you know what? I'm done with the boxing. And then he's sitting there because he saw me. I'm talking about him. decided I'm gonna go in and chase this guy, and he did. And then go to the UFC. They fast tracked him. He got to me. And then, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't blame them. It was look at what we have now. We have classics. So he beat me in almost similar fashion in the way I was beating his ass, and then in the last round he just had that spirit and just something behind him, some kind of shinigami. He just came and just beat me, and I was just like, fuck, again? How is this guy? And then I let it go, and I just knew this is the last one. Like after this, I'm this guy. In that moment when I got it done, I got it done. It took me 6 years. I went after his kids too.
You want to, just let the lineage know what's up.
Oh, of course, not like because
You don't want their kid fighting your kid at school.
yeah, we only did the same school. But like the fact is, I had to teach these kids a lesson because they were quiet. And this took me 6 years to learn. It's different. It won't take me that long. Let me just get through GDP first. I look to the next fight. I look ahead like a little kid, but I don't try to focus on it. And I just know the shooting fight will come back to me. I'm in a good place though, health-wise, mentally. And I know exactly what happened in that fight. He's a great fighter, sure. He's also a good champion. What a man. I mean, he did what he did. Yeah. But I mean, like, he did what he did. Yeah.
Everybody can beat me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, he did what he did. Look, even the way he beat me, it was spectacular. It was his moment. It was his moment. Like,
yeah.
Like, sometimes Dave Chappelle said something in his Dreamer special. He said, "Oh, how did he put it? Hold up, I have it saved here. No, I have it saved here. Give me 2 seconds. I'll upload right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's the trick. You have to be wise enough to know someone else's.
I said that in the new special, and I felt that. I was like, yeah, because look, life is a dream. I would just want to play around. And people sometimes think, oh, it's so narcissistic. Everyone can grab the controller and play the fucking game, but most people don't. I'm sure you see it. Most people just go through life just on the programming. They just go with the flow. Good to go with the flow, but whose flow are you going with? Oh yeah. So for me, I had to like pause and question everything, and I realized that was his man. That was his man. He just fucking perfect fight. No matter what, I made no excuses. I gave it to him, but again, like I say, I'm a patient motherfucker. I take my time to reassess, and yeah, I go for what I want.
But you still feel a real fire for it.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, even the way I had bars ready, but the way he reacted when DDP mentioned some of his stuff, his trouble, I was like, oh, yeah, that let me know something. Yeah, even look, that moment you guys had with me, I'll say that was beautiful. I never seen him like that. Like, after the fight, he's crying because he's so in like, what the fuck, I just beat you. I clocked it. And I was like, as a joke, I was like, hey, you're crying like a bitch. He kind of laughed, and I was like, come here, and whatever. But then, when he was talking with you, and then you guys kind of got really vulnerable, I was like, man, no kid should have to even go through that.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking to even see that. But again, look, I'm a human being, and I can connect with people on a human level. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna get you. Look, I even said this about Silva. Look, because I'm a fan, doesn't mean you can't catch these hands. You know, Silva was my Michael Jordan of this fucking game, and I was just like, I thought I would never fight him. I mean, the opportunity presented itself, and I had this trip planned for Amsterdam, France, all this kind of stuff, and then the opportunity came, and I was just thinking, and I did it, and it was a beautiful fight, beautiful way. So like, I wish he stopped after that. I wish maybe he moved to boxing after that. Even he said to me in the cage, like, I passed it back the one through you, and just kind of like let me know. Like, subscribe, you know, for me, because that was never meant to happen. Oh, fuck, it was never meant to happen, but it happened. And I even have it framed in my house. We're fighting on this chess piece. Chessboard, because that's what the fight was. And I hit him with that Walker stance from Naruto. And he's standing there like Gaara. It just looks so cool. Like, that fight was electric. It was beautiful. Just a masterful way to play the game from two taijutsu masters.
Yeah, there's a composer element to you that I think is really interesting because it's like, and that's why I wonder about like, yeah, does he still love, like, what does he want to do with fighting? Just because there's just a lot of options in life.
Yeah.
And sometimes creativity can, flow and just, you can decide like, what else do I want to fucking, be an actor? Do I want to,
I've already like seen a few roles. Yeah, profile roles
yeah, that's too much.
I know what I can focus on, and if I do, then things can get squirrely. So I'd rather not.
Yeah, dude, if you were like a fighter pilot or something, so sick. Or if you were like in a war, movie.
Yeah, but I won't say that. I won't say that. I'll say that like this. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have. I already got ties in Hollywood. Like people want to work with me. I do my own stunts. Save money. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like what you're thinking. Yeah, save money. I do my own stunts. You don't have to get a stunt double. But also, I'll have my own production company, and I will like just weird ideas, bro. Like sometimes I don't know how to write screenplay, but I'll get someone who can. I can just vomit words at them, and they can just put it in a way that's digestible for TV or Netflix or Crunchyroll or whatever.
Yeah, Stylebender Studios. I mean, Stylebender is such a great. It's like the greatest moniker, honestly, in a lot of ways, because there's just so many. You don't even know what it is, but you know what it is.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
got it from even they just dropped the live action, the Avatar series, the Last Airbender, just dropped yesterday.
Oh yeah, so
I'm gonna watch it tonight. But for me, when I was watching it, I got the name because like, in this realm, I want to use the I have. Needs me. It's all about the story you're telling yourself. Yeah, exactly. Like, what story are you telling yourself? This is the life you live. Most people don't. They just kind of go with the flow.
you're so true, and because that shapes your perspective, and then that's the huge ingredient that I think so many people that have that I didn't realize for years is that perspective. Because I can walk into the airport and be like, I'm gonna be bummed, I'm gonna be perturbed if people say and want to take a picture with you, and I know it's a crazy attitude. Or I can walk in.
that airport.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wait, where's he going with this? Okay,
I'm gonna be
bummed
bummed.
by people.
Yeah, but or I can walk in and be like, "Hey, man, you're gonna get to meet some people today. You care about people. You love people. Embrace this opportunity and moment to
Yeah.
be to have a nice moment with someone else." And it's
Yeah.
all that. That's
It's
all it
about-
is.
Even me now, 6 months without driving, I'm like, oh well, I'm saving gas for 6 months. Flip it around in my head so that way it's more tolerable.
Was it when you got to walk out with like what was that fight?
Oh, and Ghani, yeah. Oh, bro.
What was that like, bro? It was like 3 kings got together.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was a moment. I'll tell you one thing. I'm very laid back. Like, contrary to popular belief, I'm very laid back. But for me, I dressed. It still looked good. We still had our moments, but like I kind of wore. It's cheap, like low key, like just it was too low key for the moment. But look, there's other outfits I've worn that I'm like I can still wear my slides and like have that moment. Like, but regardless, we just look epic walking through the Francis. Just the advanced ideas, just his story itself is the way he's come up now he's doing this. And people said he wouldn't do this. Yeah. Crazy man. felt happy for him. Even Mike Tyson like that. It was a moment, bro. It was a moment for history. I love that. These are moments for life. I would never forget these moments.